Hi, I'm Ash, and I got this 85X about a month ago, and I was just about to start sharing my journey when fail after fail after fail happened. So before I go over all the failures that I had, let me show you the things I printed in the past month. Now, my very first lesson with printing is that you can't mix PLA and PETG together. I was impatient and I wanted to make these little chick clickers, which up close or from this distance it looks fine, but if you get close, you see this line? These are because all of this is PETG minus the black. Now, to make these little clickers click, I bought keyboard switches off of Amazon. Some of the things on Maker World said you can make your own clicker, but I wanted to just buy it. But again, because of that adhesion, if you look closely, you can see those lines where it's literally separating. And the other thing is, make sure you find really good glue, because I thought I had that in there very well, and it fell. And now it's broke. The other lesson that I learned with printing these was don't do a mass print until you get it right, because that's just a waste of filament. So print your prototype and then mass print. Now, after being on a roll after the chick clicker incident, once I got to this, well, right before I printed this, I wanted to film that journey. Well, that's when anything that could go wrong started going wrong. So, here's what I've learned. Alright, you see this right here? Let me move it over. It's literally just held in there by little magnetic clips, or magnets, and like little clips at the top. When that piece popped off, I came upstairs and this is what I saw on my printer. Actually, more like, yeah, like that. And this piece was across my floor. So I canceled the print, put it back on there, and hit print again. So that's one. Left, came back, it popped off again, and as you can see here, looks fine here. I mean, it's really not, but image-wise. And then it started moving off course because that fell off and hit the print. So then I tried again. It came off again. Again. Isn't that pretty? So then try again. Obviously I wasn't learning my lesson that piece was not going to stay on. I tried a couple more times. These ones didn't look too bad because I caught issues before it began. So the problem was not only the cover piece coming off, but that needs cleaned. I have dried plastic right there, but it was all just boogered up right there. So it was causing my prints to fail, causing that to clog up. So, and it needs clean now. It's probably what's happening with my current prints. But yeah, so that was a very frustrating time because that stopped working. So even though this looks awful, this piece of tape has saved this from coming off anymore. On Maker's World, they do have clips that you can print to put on here to keep it on there. I just have not tried it yet because I am trying to get certain prints done in a certain amount of time. So once I get those done, I'll look in the print and the clip and let you know how it works out. Alright, I'm letting the nozzle heat up so I can try to clean off some of that plastic that's stuck there. But obviously I got it to work because I have a finished product now. I actually printed 3 of those chains for my nephews. So I'm happy that I finally got that fixed. Now, another thing to be aware of when it comes to 3D printing is the amount of waste, filament waste, that you're going to have. This box is pretty big. I have filament for days. I have failed prints in here. It's kind of scary, kind of heartbreaking, but honestly, there's things that you could do with this waste. So one of the things I'm planning on doing is buying a heat gun and some silicone molds and just melting the plastic into those molds and creating other things that people can buy or, you know, use as an everyday item. So I am looking forward to that. I know some people do it and they just throw, you know, they'll just take a handful and shove it in the silicone and melt it, but I'll be more, I don't even know what the word is, but I will be literally sifting through these colors to make it make sense when I make my silicone molds. So that's a project for another day. If you're going to paint your own products, make sure you use a primer, and honestly, white's probably the best color PLA filament to do that with. Another issue that I ran into, and I actually had to reach out to Flashforge for it, was the poop chute door broke on me. So there is a little pin. Of course you can't see it. There it is. Alright. See that little silver thing? It busted. Which, at that point, after it busted, this door wasn't flinging back like it's supposed to. Like, so if you have your poop chute door and you do this, and it goes right back into place, you're good. If you do this, and you let go and it stays there, that means that that pin's broken. I went online, I bought a whole box of assorted pins that are like this, but I guess, it's either left-handed or right-handed side. Either way, the pins that I bought didn't work, so I reached out to Flashforge. They never gave me a tracking number, which was kind of irritating, but I did get the replacement. It was easy to install, so I'm back in business with that. Alright, now that we went over some of the issues that I've had with printing so far, I'm going to show you what I'm working on next. My nephew is starting baseball soon, so I was going to make him those drip chain baseball hats. This isn't the colors, I was just making a prototype, and I was making this on Maker's World. Now, those black lines in the brim are actually cracks. I'm not understanding what happened with the print or with the file, so right now I'm on Tinkercad trying to recreate this without all those little cracks in the print. And I'm experiencing the same thing. I went through making they're challenge coins, making through Maker's World, but again, even with these, you see right there, there's a crack. Also, you can't really read the words on the shirt. So, I went up a size. Looks pretty cool, but those cracks are still in the print. So, oh, and you can't read Raptors on his jersey. So I went up another size. Still experiencing the cracks in the face. It's actually right there in the neck too. Like, that shouldn't be a crack there. And I've come to the conclusion I'm just taking Raptors off the shirt. But basically, they play for a program called Upward. It's a religious, Christian-based basketball team, and I was going to give them challenge coins as an appreciation gift. And on the back, my plan is to make a front and a back, and on the back it will have the 3 virtues they went over with all the different stars that they've earned. However, with only like 2 games left and I still don't have the front down, I don't think it's happening. But I'm going to still work on it, perfect it, so I can figure it out for next season. But that's all that I have for today. If you are starting a 3D printing, not even business, just journey, a hobby, start recording from the beginning, because I could have had so much content by now and I was just afraid to hit record. So going forward, I'm going to share all the issues that I have, whether you know, it's the printer or user error. I'm going to be transparent on my journey, and hopefully we can learn things together along the way. So thanks for stopping by, and talk to you all again soon.